So random for me to just start the whole little live chat, and I ain't even done much. Y'all don't be judging me. I came on here to see what y'all was doing. What you was doing. Or let's do it. Hey, or let's do. Happy full moon in Leo. What's happening? Is it a Leo in the building? Is it a Leo anywheres? Anywheres. Hey y'all. What y'all is doing? Happy full moon in Leo, y'all. I said, let me come on here and see what y'all was doing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope y'all are doing well. Hey, Honey Wani. Hey, Mary Stella. How you doing? Thank you for liking the live, Honey Wani. Thank you so much. Y'all come in, like the live, share the live, share the love. Welcome to Bible Clarity Challenge Day number 25, Full Moon in Leo edition. Okay, we ain't never did one. Ain't never did one. No, we ain't never did one. Hey, Linda Evans, Nim. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good people. Well, I was fine till I'm finna choke myself, wasn't it? I'm fantastic. Today has been a great and amazing day. I got something to share with y'all that Padre God had told me today. So I'm excited. So I'm going to share it with y'all. So I came on here to tell y'all early because I was like, really, Padre God? And he said yes. So I'm going to confirm. I'm going to just tell y'all what he had told me. Thank you so much for the follow, Jada. Thank you, dearest one. Y'all like the live, share the live, share the love. I hope y'all are feeling fantastic. I hope this full moon energy has you feeling great. I hope you wrote and set some intentions today. Um, I feel like it's a day of new beginnings. If you have any Leo in your spiritual child, I don't know what this moon is doing for you, but baby, I had so much energy. I ain't know what to do with all of it, child. I really didn't. So I've been trying to be productive, but then Padre God was like, just rest a little bit and just relax a little bit. So I kind of been chilling too. So I do have some good news. I'm excited because I was talking to Padre God today, and y'all know this Bible clarity challenge was set to end on January the 31st, right? I've been energized all day. Hey cuz, love you, honey. Thank you so much. I love you. I've been energized all day. I'm an Aquarius with Leo rising, child. I'm a Leo sun in North Node. So this energy has been fantastical for me. It's been fantastic. No complaints. And then it's so craziness because, oh my, y'all, my cousin on here, I just love you. Hey, you see it, huh, child? He been talking all day. um Usually he come through on the full moons. That's what be so crazy. Hey, love you. So let me just have told y'all. So Padre guys, so y'all know this Bible Clarity Challenge was set to end on January the 31st. We are in the book of Genesis. We actually only have 3 chapters left, y'all. And so I made an executive decision. We is gonna rock it on out. We gonna thug it out, and we gonna finish out the book of Genesis today. And this is why. So Patrick God gave me some instructions today, and I was journaling today. And when I'm journaling, I'll cut everything off and just talk to him, and just sit. Hey, Jay Kazi Nim. And so I'll just sit and chill and relax and just let him pour into me. And so literally, y'all, as I was writing today, um setting my intentions this morning, he was like, I literally heard him say, you will continue. And I was like, what you talking about, Dad? And he was like, you will continue. And I was like, okay, continue what? So y'all, we gosh, man, God is giving me oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. God is giving me an assignment, y'all. um hmm. So, Bible, a word in the wilderness will continue past the 31st. He's actually given me the assignment of 2 chapters a day until I get through the Bible. And I did the math, okay? I did the math. And so that equates to about almost 2 years. And so I was like, Daddy, it's about 17. It's about 2 years. And so, because it was like 1 year and 7 months, I think, when I kind of did the math today. And I was like, Daddy, you sure? And he was like, yeah, you're going to continue. So I will be continuing A Word in the Wilderness. We'll continue to do Bible study. Because I was like, do you want us to skip around? And he was like, nope, just go in the order that the Bible's in. So I will be continuing A Word in the Wilderness. I'm still kind of trying to figure out if the time is going to change. I do like doing the live in the evening time because it helps me to meditate on the word before I get ready to um finish for the evening. So I'm excited about that because I was just like, oh my gosh, Daddy, you already know I don't know what I'm doing. And he was just like, nope, you will continue. So he was kind of like, just do it. Okay. So we'll be finishing Genesis tonight since it's 3 chapters. Um, so that was the first thing. So A Word in the Wilderness, OMG, he is giving me instructions for it, but we just taking it a day at a time, a step at a time. And y'all know, I don't know. So whatever Padre God tells me to do, that's what we're doing. So that's the first thing. Second, okay, yeah, because that was that. God gave me confirmation. A Word in the Wilderness continues. That's when I was journaling this morning. Um, Somebody need this message. Now we gonna get a quick word after we get done with Bible study tonight. But he told right before we came on here. Well, look, this was how I did the math, y'all. It's 1,189 chapters in the Bible, and we've done 47 thus far. So, hey, honey, bunny. So that's that on that. Yeah, we got to get some air circulating off in this establishment. I'm gonna have to cut the car on in a second, child. Okay, I'm back. So next, somebody need a word. When you don't know what the next thing is to do, when you don't know what the next step is, do nothing. Okay. Do nothing and wait on instructions. So I don't know who needs that word, but when you don't know what the next thing is to do, because somebody's trying to figure out like what's the next thing, myself included. Part of why I was sitting there journaling, because I have, the things I'm already working on, but I'm like, well, Daddy, what's next? And so I was like, I have no idea. And I don't, y'all. I have no clue what the next is. And so he was like, don't do anything. Just continue to do the thing that you're working on, and then the next step will come. So I don't know who else needed that word, but there go that. Okay. Um, Next, I got the number 1222 today, 1222. And when I got it, it was talking about build a dream one step at a time. Okay. Build a dream one step at a time. And then that also came up in one of the messages I gave today. What were they about? You laid the foundation. Now get ready for the wealth. Congratulations. It's your winning season and the end of delays. Now, those are the 3 messages that I put out today. So you can go check those out on the U of the Tube. Okay. So just saying, they said something about the prodigal son. What that mean? I'm not terribly familiar with what the prodigal son means, but the only thing I could think of when they started talking to me about it was the son that wanted his inheritance right then. He got it. He went off and wasted it, and then he ended up coming back after he had been out there laying and eating and stuff with the pigs. Now I'm not sure if that's what that means or not, but that's what just came to my spirituals. So I don't know. So somebody might need to go read wherever that's at in the word about the prodigal son, because the prodigal son, I don't even know, and I don't know what they were referencing when they were talking about it either. Okay. Your time to shine. Okay, let me talk about the number 8, the number 826. I've been getting the number 826 like 3 times today, so I looked it up, and the number 826 me. Oh my gosh, y'all, guess what else? Guess what I started listening at last night? The Book of Enoch. I done started it, y'all. I started listening to it, but then I ended up falling asleep. Child, I done started listening. I'm gonna have to listen to it a couple times. I don't know how far I got. I know I got to the part where they was talking about all the archangels near him, and the child, listen, y'all. We gonna have to read it. I don't care. Like that's just that, and we's gonna have to read it, cause baby, listen, it's some stuff up in that thing right there. So I started listening to it and I was just like, wow. I was so child. Enoch had him some responsibility. Anyway, okay, I digress. I don't even know why the word astrologer made me think about that. Probably because, child, I'm talking about Jew say. When I say Jew say, spell it Juisay. Jew say, baby, listen at me. I said, clutch his pearls, y'all. I can't wait. I was like, oh, this is too much. So I'm gonna definitely have to buy it so I can have my own copy. But anyway, I'll get that when I can. No big deal on it. But baby, we is going to read that. Okay, I'm back. 826. I got that number like 3 different times today. So I looked it up. Of course, y'all, these come from Strong's Concordance when I be looking up the numbers, right? And the number 826 in Strong's Concordance stands for astrologer, but it also stands for shine. Okay. So then, of course, I was like, 826. I'm pretty sure, but I don't know which book, which message it came up in. The number 88 came up in one of the messages today. So everybody in here better be showing up and shining, just period. And that's what I'm taking from that. Kizzle, shine your light. Somebody finna be free because I got the number 1546. And y'all know we talked about freedom and the systems and all that. We talked about that last night on a word in the wilderness. And then y'all remember last night. Now I can show y'all if I could find it. It's gonna take too long for me to find it, huh? What one of y'all just find it for me and just bring it to me. No, y'all can't hardly do that, huh? Okay, so let me just tell y'all. Y'all remember last night we was talking about somebody's spark. Hey ma, we was talking about somebody's spark and it was like it was barely smoldering. So today I'm doing the messages and everything all good. And then all of a sudden I end up pulling this card and they started speaking into my spirituals, child. And I ain't even, y'all really, it's all the way in the front. Oh, there it go right there, huh? Thank y'all. Y'all said that. I just wasn't listening. Okay, I'm back. So then in the message, we're gonna see if this card come back out. Cause I'm gonna do a quick message because it's Leo full moon, so we got to pull a full moon message. And so this card ended up coming out. Can y'all see the fire? And I don't know if y'all remember from last night, we was talking about like that little power, whatever that little flame is, child, it's finna blaze up. So this card talks about enthusiasm, energy, intense, ignite, joy, passion, ecstasy, exhilaration, and the spark. And I was just like, in the message, I was just like, OMG, this is the complete opposite, where it was like a little fire, child. Somebody finna catch on fire, something, your ideas, sharing ideas, getting things done, community. It talks about the big O. Let's just leave it at that. Fanaticism, fever, and fear. So something finna catch on, something to catch fire, something. Okay. So that came up in the message today, and I wasn't paying it no attention, but they reminded me. So which one was it? I don't know, child. I don't remember because I be trying to take notes, but I be multitasking when I'm listening to the videos. Oh, catch me in the comments. Okay, let me go back. So one of the things Padre God wants me to start doing, I was releasing all of the lives at one time, but child, when I tell y'all these popos ain't playing the radio today, I'm talking about not the radio. They ain't playing. Hey, honey, Wani. And so that's like the fourth person I done seen them get today. Anyway, child, it's that full moon. Y'all better sit down somewhere. Catch me in the comments. Let me talk about that. So instead of me releasing the videos all at one time, I'm going to be staggering them, even though I record them all at one time. So I'm literally just going to jump from video to video to video so that I could be in the comments interacting with y'all. Now, I don't know why the live comments don't show up, but they don't show up like when I record the video. So I be on the comments interacting with y'all, but then I also be in the comments like after I beat and posted the video as well. So those will be coming out, but I don't have a specific time. I'm just saying, so turn your notifications on. Whenever I get done recording, that's when I post them. But they be in the morning times though. Thank you, honey Wani. What else? Let's see. We talked about that. We talked about that. Take the first step. It's your time to shine and to win. What else? Okay, nothing, none of that. Congratulations, this is your winning season. I posted that. I told y'all about, oh, the last thing, and then we finna get into Genesis 48. I believe we're on Genesis 48, 49, and 50. So what was I watching? Child, I don't know what I was watching anyway. Remember last night we were talking about hope. It's like somebody like don't give up. Well, today it came back again. So I wrote it down and I looked up the meaning of the word hope. And it's a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen, a feeling of trust and wanting something to happen or be the case or be true. Okay. Hey, Jamila Nim. So it's like you got to look. Of course, Jeremiah 29:11 came up when they gave me. And what was we watching, child? Child, I was watching the X-Men. I was watching Days of Future Past, and Charles Xavier was talking about, he was talking about hope. And I was like, message when he said it. And then they was like, you should look that up. So somebody, you might need to put the word hope, put it on a sticky note with the definition, or put it on your phone or something, and just don't give up hope. We got to stay in a like an energy of expectation, because y'all know Padre God is doing something great and amazing, right? Like every day he doing something great and amazing. I don't even know what it is. I just expect him to do something great and amazing every day. So just be in expectation, okay? Padre God doing, because it really be something every single day that I just be like, man, Daddy, you showed out today. You showed out. It don't even have to be big. It's just the fact that he just show up and do something every day. So please stay in the state of expectationals, okay? Because great and amazing things are coming in, okay? Um, that's that. Catch me in the comments. A Word in the Wilderness continues. And the last thing, y'all make sure y'all go by my Etsy shop. Hey, Shaw Girl Nim. Y'all make sure y'all go by my Etsy shop, 336 Tarot and Oracle. 25% off the purchase of 2 or more Oracle decks. Make sure you submit your pictures or your affirmations or your scriptures. Get your face in the place. You have until January the 31st. I remembered this time. I'm telling them. Y'all didn't have to tell me again. I wrote it. I wrote it down because y'all said, yeah, because I remember, yeah. Anyway, I'm back. Get your face in the place, submit your picture, your affirmation, or your scripture that you would like included on Clarity Tarot or the next Oracle deck that's coming out. The Clarity is Real. You have until January the 31st to submit your informationals, your credentials. Okay. Join the community at gmail.com. Okay. So make sure you submit that so you can get in the building. Okay. So you can have your face in the place on one of the cards. Make sure when you submit your picture that you send me your zodiac sign too. Otherwise, I'm gonna just stick you somewhere. Okay. 336. Oh yeah, no, I didn't do a promo code. I just no. You can just get 25% off 2 or more right now. So make sure y'all go do that. Shout out and thank you to those of you who have already purchased your Clarity Tarot and Oracle cards. I am so truly grateful for y'all. Thank y'all for supporting my vision. Okay. And the vision that the Lord has given me. Many more to come. We are definitely working on that. Many more to come. So y'all can get ready for that. And Kizzle. Oh, let's do it. Let's get to it. Y'all, we are on Genesis 48, 49. We're gonna go ahead and finish this thing out. We're gonna finish it. Because I wouldn't even, how we gonna leave one chapter? I don't even feel right about that. So we just gonna go ahead and knock it out and get it done. Child, let me turn the I'm gonna have to turn it on, huh? I'm gonna have to turn it on because then little people and them gonna be outside. Oh, let's do it. So y'all, we're on Genesis 48 recap. Jacob has blessed Pharaoh last night. The beginning of welfare, government systems, all that good stuff. We read about that last night. Rolls. Did I see it? Did I roll them hard enough? I don't know. Y'all remember when y'all was little, your parents, did y'all parents him say ever tell you they was gonna like you gonna roll your eye? Y'all used to roll your eyes hard like that? I don't know. Did they roll? I can't see it when I do it. Anyway, I'm back. That's how I feel about the last little part we read. Because what? And there was the beginning of slavery. Mm. Anyway, so that was that on that. And then they also gave me a note yesterday. They said the number 70 is important, so keep in mind on that. 70 members is important, and I don't know, they spoke that into my spirituals last night. So 70 members, because that's how many members of Jacob's family were in the land of Egypt. Okay, so Jacob went and he got to see Joseph again. We talked about opportunities. It's not all the time, it ain't what you know, it's who you know. We talked about that. So now we finna talk about Jacob blesses Manasseh and Ephraim. Jacob blesses Manasseh and Ephraim. Child, then Jacob's finna go on to glory, child. He gonna go on. And y'all know he made Joseph swear that you don't bury me here. You got to take me back. Don't, this ain't where you gonna let me rest. Okay, so we are on Genesis 48. Ola do it. We finna finish it out, y'all, because yeah, this the end. Okay, Ola do it. Here we go. Jacob blesses Manasseh and Ephraim. One day, not long after this, of course, I guess this is referring to when Jacob made Joseph swear that he would take him back to the land of his birth and not leave him in Egypt. Word came to Joseph, your father is failing rapidly. So Joseph went to visit his father, and he took with him his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. This gonna be sad, ain't it? I'm be sad. When Joseph arrived, Jacob was told, your son Joseph has come to see you. So Jacob gathered his strength and sat up in his bed. Jacob said to Joseph, God Almighty appeared to me at Luz in the land of Canaan and blessed me. He said to me, I will make you fruitful and I will multiply your descendants. I will make you a multitude of nations, and I will give this land of Canaan to your descendants after you as an everlasting possession. Now I am claiming as my own sons these two boys of yours, Ephraim and Manasseh, who were born here in the land of Egypt before I arrived. They will be my sons, just as Reuben and Simeon are. But any children born to you in the future will be your own, and they will inherit land within the territories of their brothers Ephraim and Manasseh. Long ago, as I was returning from Paddan Aram, Rachel died in the land of Canaan. We were still on the way some distance from Ephrath, that is Bethlehem. So that, wait a minute, that's importante, y'all. Mm. So with great sorrow, ain't that where Jesus was born? I'm not, and he just lived in, didn't me? I'm just saying, I buried her there beside the road to, why am I thinking about Nazareth? What's the, okay, I'm back. Never mind. I'll work it out in a second. Then Jacob looked over at the two boys. Are these your sons? Why am I hearing Bethlehem in my head? Yes, Joseph told him, these are the sons God has given me here in Egypt. And Jacob said, bring them closer to me so I can bless them. Jacob was half blind because of his age and could hardly see. So Joseph brought the boys close to him, and Jacob kissed and embraced them. Then Jacob said to Joseph, I never thought I would see your face again, but now God has let me see your children too. Come on, God. Joseph moved the boys who were at their grandfather's knees, and he bowed with his face to the ground. Then he positioned the boys in front of Jacob. With his right hand, he directed Ephraim towards Jacob's left hand. Wait a minute. And with his left hand, he put Manasseh at Jacob's right hand. So they were crossed, but Jacob crossed his arms as he reached out to lay his hands on the boys' heads. He put his right hand on the head of Ephraim, though he was the younger boy, and his left hand on the head of Manasseh, though he was the firstborn. Then he blessed Joseph and said, May the God before whom my grand okay, may the God before whom my grandfather Abraham and my father Isaac walked, the God who has been my shepherd all my life to this very day, the angel who has redeemed me from all harm, may he bless these boys. May they preserve my name and the names of Abraham and Isaac, and may their descendants multiply greatly throughout the earth. But Joseph was upset when he saw that his father placed his right hand on Ephraim's head. So Joseph lifted it to move it from Ephraim's head to Manasseh's head. No, my father, he said, this one is the firstborn. Put your right hand on his head. But his father refused. I know, my son, I know, he replied. Manasseh will also become a great people, but his younger brother will become even greater, and his descendants will become a multitude of nations. Mm, I didn't know that. Okay. So Jacob blessed the boys that day with this blessing. The people of Israel will use your names when they give a blessing. They will say, my God, make you as prosperous as Ephraim and Manasseh. And this way, Jacob put Ephraim ahead of Manasseh. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Y'all, Jacob, Neum. Try. Here we go. Then Jacob said to Joseph, look, I am about to die, but God will be with you and will take you back to Canaan, the land of your ancestors. And beyond what I have given your brothers, I am giving you an extra portion of the land that I took from the Amorites with my sword and bow. Jacob's last words to his son. Then Jacob called together all his sons and said, gather around me, and I will tell you what will happen to each of you in the days to come. OMG, this finna get good. I can tell. Okay, yeah, because I don't remember the blessings. Okay, here we go. Hopefully they all blessed. God, come and listen, you sons of Jacob. Listen to Israel, your father. Reuben, you are my firstborn, my vigorous youth. You are the first in rank and first in power, but you are as unruly as a flood, and you will be first no longer. uh Spirit Nim ancestor Jacob Nim, you went to bed. Wait a minute, y'all. Who know memento? Wait a minute. For you went to bed with my wife, you defiled my marriage couch. Y'all set me up for the okie doke. Cha! Y'all set me up. Y'all set me up. You set me up. Wait a minute. Time. Uno momento. What you mean, Jacob Neal? Let me read it again. Maybe I read it wrong. I might have got it wrong. Reuben, you I don't remember this part. Reuben, you are my firstborn, my strength, the child of my vigorous youth. You are first in rank and first in power, but you are as unruly as a flood, and you will be first no longer. For you went to bed with my wife, you defiled my marriage couch. Hold on. Wait. That was in one of Genesis. I can't. Somebody find this. Hold the child. I was finna cuss, and I'm holding the word. This is not the what. Somebody do some research. Who when and how? Child, I'm talking about. Wait, you waited until you was finna die to let everybody know. I know what you did. Spearing them ancestors, Jake and them. No, you didn't. You know what? Whew, child, this laugh. I went. I remember that part. Hold on. Wait a minute. Y'all, Jacob finna. Y'all, y'all. Jacob finna go ham. Oh my gosh. Let just, this too much. Child, I ain't I ain't even got no coffee. I'm trying to drink the cup. It ain't act like it's some liquor. This the kind of stuff. Let's go back. Genesis 35:22. Tell me something. Wait a minute, y'all. How we didn't talk about this? Oh my God. Why y'all didn't say it? He said, then Jacob traveled on and camped beyond Migdal Eder. While he was living there, Reuben had intercourse with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Jacob soon heard about it. He sure did. You old devil. Okay, I can't even be mad, baby. He said you was first. Oh, see, if I was still y'all, it's a cuss word that go right there. Oh, daddy, can I just get one? Not yet. Wait till that. He said, y'all, can y'all hear it? Did y'all hear it in y'all spirituals? I said it. I said it. Thank you, honey, one, for looking it up. My goodness. He said, you were first, but you slept with my wife. Y'all heard that? You heard it. I said it. That's what he said. That's how you felt. Okay. I can't even be mad. Reuben, you was wrong, sis, spirit them, ancestors them, Reuben them. Okay, wait a minute, y'all, because this tea finna get hot. Oh, let's do it. Okay. Simeon and Levi, he finna go off on all the little children. Excuse me, daddy, but okay. Simeon and Levi are two of a kind. Their weapons are instruments of violence. May I never join in their meetings. May I never be a party to their plans, for in their anger they murdered men and they crippled oxen just for sport. Child, he finna. Oh Lord, what y'all reckon the sons was standing there doing when Joseph? What y'all reckon he said? When Jacob, a curse on their anger, for it is fierce, a curse on their wrath, for it is cruel. I will scatter them among the descendants of Jacob. I will disperse them throughout Israel. Oh my, y'all, I know they wasn't expecting this. They wouldn't. They was not expecting this. Judah, your brothers will praise you. You will grasp your enemies by the neck. All your relatives will bow before you. Judah, my son, is a young lion that has finished eating its prey. Like a lion, he crouches and lies down. Like a lioness, who dares to rouse him? The scepter will not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from his descendants, until the coming of the one to whom it belongs. Come on, Jesus, the one whom all nations will honor. He ties his foal to a grapevine, the colt of his donkey to a choice vine. He washes his clothes in wine, bars his robes in the blood of grapes. His eyes are darker than wine, and his teeth are whiter than milk. Come on, prophecy. Y'all, I ain't let me highlight this part because this is important on this. This is 49:8. So this is like the first prophecy of the coming of Jesus for real, ain't it? That's what I just heard and I feel like in my spirituals. Now I could be wrong, but I don't think nobody else really talked about it. I don't know. I have to do some research. Okay, I'm back. Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Zebulon will settle by the seashore and will be a harbor for ships. His borders will extend to Sidon. Issachar is a sturdy donkey resting between two saddle packs. When he sees how good the countryside is and how pleasant the land, he will bend his shoulder to the load and submit himself to hard labor. Dan will govern his people like any other tribe in Israel. Dan will be a snake beside the road, a poisonous viper along the path that bites the horse's hooves so his rider is thrown off. I trust in you for salvation, O Lord. Gad will be attacked by marauding bands, but he will attack them when they retreat. Asher will dine on rich foods and produce food fit for kings. Naphtali is a doe set free that bears beautiful fawns. Child of mess. Joseph is the foal of a wild donkey, the foal of a wild donkey at a spring, one of the wild donkeys on the ridge. Archers attacked him savagely. They shot at him and harassed him, but his bow remained taut and his arms were strengthened by the hands of the mighty one of Jacob, by the shepherd, the rock of Israel. May the God of your father help you. May the Almighty bless you with the blessings of the heavens above, and blessings of the watery depths below, and blessings of the breasts and womb. May my fatherly blessings on you surpass the blessings of my ancestors, reaching to the heights of the eternal hills. May these blessings rest on the head of Joseph, who is a prince among his brothers. Benjamin is a ravenous wolf, devouring his enemies in the morning and dividing his plunder in the evening. These are the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is what their father said as he told his sons goodbye. He blessed each one with an appropriate message. Child, listen, wait a minute. We hold on, let me finish it because then we're gonna be on 50. Jacob's death and burial. Then Jacob instructed them, soon I will die and join my ancestors. Bury me with my father and grandfather in the cave in the field of Ephron the Hittite. This is the cave in the field of Machpelah near Mamre in Canaan that Abraham bought from Ephron the Hittite as a permanent burial site. There Abraham and his wife Sarah are buried. There Isaac and his wife Rebekah are buried, and there I buried Leah. It is the plot of land and the cave that my grandfather Abraham bought from the Hittites. When Jacob had finished this charge to his sons, he drew his feet into bed, breathed his last, and joined his ancestors in death. Baby, listen. Hey, honey, one. Ancestor spirit them, Jacob them. He said, I mean, everybody, well, it wasn't but them two. I mean, he called a couple people donkeys, but I don't know, child. I don't know how I would have felt about my blessing if I wasn't Judah or Joseph. I'll take Benjamin because I think that's who that's them my descendants now. But I'm just saying, good child. Look, I am talking about this is craziness. Like this is crazy. Well, y'all, Reuben, and spirit them ancestors, Reuben them, you did what you did, and y'all had went and killed all the little people them. I know y'all did it because of Dinah. Y'all went to go and defend your sister honor. I understand that. Y'all daddy did not let it go. He waited and held that until he was getting ready to go on to glory, child. He held it. He held it. My goodness. Okay. Well, he said when him said he gave him the business. He did. We finna finish it on now. Cause baby, listen, my goodness. I bet some of them was probably shocked, Tom. They were shocked. I'm shocked. Joseph threw himself on his father and wept over him and kissed him. Then Joseph told the physicians who served him to embalm his father's body. So Jacob was embalmed. The embalming process took the usual 40 days. There go 40 again. And the Egyptians mourned his death for 70 days. Well, okay. When the period of mourning was over, y'all, wait a minute. That's a long time. Okay. Joseph approached Pharaoh's advisors and said, please do me this favor and speak to Pharaoh on my behalf. Tell him that my father made me swear an oath. He said, listen to me, I am about to die. Take my body back to the land of Canaan and bury me in the tomb I prepared for myself. So please allow me to go and bury my father. After his burial, I will return without delay. Pharaoh agreed to Joseph's request. Go and bury your father as he made you promise, he said. So Joseph went up to bury his father. He was accompanied by all Pharaoh's officials, all the senior members of Pharaoh's household, and all the senior officers of Egypt. Joseph also took his entire household and his brothers and their households, but they left their little children and flocks and herds in the land of Goshen. A great number of chariots and charioteers accompanied Joseph. So like a funeral party, when they arrived at the threshing floor at Atad near the Jordan River, they held a very great and solemn memorial service with a 7-day period of mourning for Joseph's father. The local residents, the Canaanites, watched them mourning at the threshing floor of Atad. Then they renamed that place, which is near the Jordan, Abel Mizraim, for they said, This is a place of deep mourning for these Egyptians. So Jacob's sons did as he had commanded them. They carried his body to the land of Canaan and buried him in the cave in the field of Machpelah near Mamre. This is the cave that Abraham had bought as a permanent burial site from Ephron the Hittite. Joseph reassures his brothers. After marrying Jacob, Joseph returned to Egypt with his brothers and all who had accompanied him. His father accompanied him to his father's burial. Now that their father was dead, Joseph's brothers became fearful. Now Joseph will show his anger and pay us back. Lord, y'all was scared still. So Joseph sent this message. So they sent this message to Joseph. Before your father died, he instructed us to say to you, please forgive your brothers for the great wrong they did to you, for their sin is in treating you so cruelly. So we, the servants of the God of your father, beg you to forgive our sin. When Joseph received the message, he broke down and wept, period. Then his brothers came and threw themselves down before Joseph. Look, we are your slaves. I'm talking about you need to be apologizing. Y'all was scared. The only thing that was holding y'all together was Jacob and them. But Joseph replied, don't be afraid of me. Am I God that I can punish you? You intended to harm me, but God, come on. You intended to harm me, but God intended it all for good. What is this? Genesis 50:20. What you intended to harm me, but God intended it all for good. He brought me to this position so I could save the lives of many people. No, don't be afraid. I will continue to take care of you and your children. So he reassured them by speaking kindly to them. The death of Joseph. Man, everybody died in Genesis, didn't it? So Joseph and his brothers and their families continued to live in Egypt. Joseph lived to the age of 110. He lived to see three generations of descendants of his son Ephraim, and he lived to see the birth of the children of Manasseh's son Machir, whom he claimed as his own. Soon I will die, Joseph told his brothers, but God will surely come to help you and lead you out of this land of Egypt. He will bring you back to the land he solemnly promised to give to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. Then Joseph made the sons of Israel swear an oath, and he said, when God comes to help you and lead you back, you must take my bones with you. Come on, bones. So Joseph died at the age of 110. The Egyptians embalmed him, and his body was placed in a coffin in Egypt. The end. Child, I done ran out of highlighters in the book of Genesis. I done ran through 17 highlighters. Okay, I'm back. The end. We are at the end of Genesis. Whew, my goodness, y'all. This been a mess. Baby, we done been up and down through there, Lord. We is in Egypt. Joseph then went to glory. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Child, this has just been so much that we done went through. I'm emotional. I'm talking about I was not expecting the little people them. Like I wasn't expecting a lot of this that happened. But let me read this little part that says grief real quick. Genesis 51 through 13. If this is what it talks about, I'm not going to go back and read all of that. Okay. Sometimes Christians act as if the public expression of grief were shameful and unnecessary. Because we are assured of eternal life, we expect to be strong and not have to experience crushing feelings of pain and loss when a loved one dies. But human grief typically involves stages of shock, anger, and depression, 5 stages of grief, before moving into resolution and acceptance. When we deny ourselves this process, our grieving can become stuck and our pain may never be resolved. Telling you, this ancient passage affirms that the process of grief is legitimate and must be respected. Joseph goes through the initial shock and overwhelming grief, preparation of and participation in funeral and memorial services, and finally closure as his father is buried. Although we are centuries and cultures removed, grief today is just as real. We must respect the way God created us and welcome his guidance and presence in our process of grieving. Okay. Can't nobody tell you how long to grieve. Can't nobody tell you how to feel when you grieve. Child, I just don't, I was not expecting that. I tell y'all every time that I feel like I'm reading this for the first time. So we done went through everything, child. We done went through killing, murdering, lying, stealing, cheating, and guess what? We finna do it all again. Now we finna start Exodus, Lord. We finna start Exodus. And now we in slavery. We in bondage. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna read ahead. Baby, listen. This was something. My goodness. I'm so happy and so grateful that y'all finally apologized. It took all that time. Y'all should have been had and grabbed your cojones, and y'all should have been had said y'all was sorry when that man had and gave y'all food and saved y'all. Now, I'm just saying he did. We all ended up in slavery eventually, but I'm just saying I'm so happy and so grateful that y'all finally apologized and said and squared that up as well. You should have. But y'all, this was a mess. This was a lot. It was a lot. And I'm just saying, I feel like I'm going, when the next time I read Genesis, I'm going to get something else that's going to be so much different. I ain't lying. It's going to be so much different. I'm so, look, and this the other thing. Y'all better say what y'all need to say to the people them before you go on to glory. Look at Jacob. He said, I'm not going to hold this now another day. Reuben, oh, you thought I didn't know? No, I know what you did, and that's why you ain't gonna be first no more. That's what he said. He probably said it under his breath like I did, but he said it all the same. Imagine that. No, we're not going to imagine that because I don't believe that's gross and I don't want to think about that. And I don't need nobody visuals any more than y'all have already given me today. And so then he said he waited him whole life to say that to him, son. He probably should have went on ahead and told him. He probably should have, but that's okay. He got it off him chest. He said what he needed to say to everybody. I don't really think that was a blessing. That was more of a curse for a couple of them, but that's just my opinion. But at least he said what he needed to say. Go on, say what you need to say. Get it off your chest. Say it with your chest. Speak up. Say what you need to say before, you know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to hold on to stuff. And that's not just stuff like that, even though maybe some of y'all dealing with that, child. I don't know. But say what you need to say. Why you, child, you better say, get off. I ain't got time be holding no stuff in. I ain't got that to do. Okay. Hello, dearest one. So, whew, y'all. So that was Genesis, the book of Genesis. I hope this was helpful for y'all. We gonna do the book of Exodus because this when stuff start to get good, child. We finna get introduced to some new characters, some new plot twists. We gonna see some repeating cycles. We gonna see rebellion and lying and deceit, and we gonna see some repeats. But we're also gonna see some, like, God keep on showing up, keep on pulling us out the fire, keep on saving us, keep on keeping his promise and his covenant as well. So we're gonna continue to we gonna thug it out and see what's gonna happen in the book of Exodus. OMG, it's a mess. That's a mess. Anyway, I'm telling you, I feel like and I had completely forgot that Reuben had slept. We skipped all over that. So see, that's why you still got to go back and read it yourself and see what understanding and revelation you get. Because we beat and skipped some stuff. We read it, but we didn't skipped over a child. So the things that are important on this, you always gonna find something else. Something you missed the first time, you'll catch it on the third, fourth, fifth time. Just saying. Okay. So y'all make sure you go back and read. Like, I don't know if Padre God tell you to go back and read it, child. Listen, that was just a lot. But ultimately, at the end of it, what they meant for evil, what they meant for bad, God meant for good. He saved a whole bunch of people. He saved generations of people. Even though they finna go through little trials and tribulationals, okay, as we step into the book of Exodus, which will start tomorrow. New beginnings, new beginnings. So all I do it, I don't even know what y'all want to say after that. Child, I don't even know what else to say because I mean, we're gonna talk about some blessings because everybody ultimately did get blessed, but it was just kind of like, I'm just saying. Well, let's see. We're not gonna get a whole lot of messages, but we gonna see. We gonna no, we ain't even gonna use them. I'm not even feeling them in my spirituals. We got to get a new moon message. I mean, a full moon and Leo message, and see what's happening. Cause baby, this has been something. We got the mother and Enigma on the cut. Y'all like the live, share the live, share the love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all let me know. Um, Man, I don't know. I just feel like, wow, I'm so excited. And I've read through it before, but it just feels different doing finishing Genesis this time. Um, Man, I don't know. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited to be starting the book of Exodus and learning more because I just feel like it delves more into, we're getting ready to delve more into the character of God and like who he is. And he just could now, he gonna get a little angry. I think he get a little angry up in, up in Exodus, but because he didn't flex too bad in Genesis. He didn't flex on nobody, but this where I feel like God finna, well, he kind of killed everybody, didn't it? Y'all, this is a whole side note, but don't be judging me. How did the Watchers survive the flood if they was on Earth? I know I'm talking about the Book of Enoch, and if you ain't read it, you might not. I don't know, but how they survived? I thought God killed everybody. Child, it's just so much we don't know, ain't it? Message. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, let's see. I don't know. Let's see what we got coming up. We gonna get a very quick message, y'all, because I don't really feel like anything can top that. I feel like the book of Genesis introduced us to the covenant and God's promise to keep us protected and to keep us moving forward and do what he said he was gonna do. Because his ultimate goal was to restore Eden. That's my feeling. It's like he ultimately wanted to restore Eden because we know Adam and Eve, the ancestors of them, they just decided they just wanted to do their own thing. They wanted the wisdom. Serpent, we know all that story. We're not gonna rehash that, but ultimately it's about getting back to Eden, getting the kingdom back. And so, yeah, that's the battle we still fighting right now. We still fighting it. Child, what? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about endings. As we're talking about the full moon in Leo, this is a time for us to purge as well. Thank y'all. So this is where they're routing me back to with this. So as we're in this full moon in Leo energy, full moons are about releasing so you can make room for blessings, releasing so that you can make room for new beginnings and new things to come in, right? So as we're in this full moon in Leo energy, that's childlike energy. It's imagination. It's the house of the entrepreneur. It's things that it's like really fantasizing and thinking about the things that you want to create. It's also faith as well. So what can you release? What can you release in with this full moon energy? Because I was like, how I was asking them how they want me to direct the message and what we were going to pull cards on. So what can you release and what wisdom, what advice can spirit give us and Padre God and Spirit them give us in so far as releasing? How are we continuing to perpetuate the same story, y'all? What are we holding on to within ourselves, within our lives, within our mindset that is keeping us from receiving the new blessings, the new opportunities that God wants to actually bring in for us? Because we see how Jacob, he held on to something that was painful. This was betrayal for him. This was his son doing something, like he slept with his concubine, his wife, right? So he slept with his concubine, and Jacob held that until the very end, right? Until the very end of his life, until he was on his deathbed. And so you got to know, even for that, I hate that he held on to that for that long, right? Because that's pain. That's something, ain't it something to have to hold on when you know that somebody's betrayed you and you don't really want to speak up and say nothing, so you just got to hold it. But this the thing, I'm not in that season of life anymore. The thing about it is that ultimately Jacob knew that Reuben was going to get exactly what Reuben deserved. That may have been nothing, right? But he ultimately let him know. So I feel like they want me to give the message in the vein of, what do we need assistance with letting go of? What is the story that we keep telling ourselves that is keeping us from moving forward and receiving the new things to come in? Because we got blessings in abundance that are like knocking at the door. There are things that God wants to give us, but we have to make room for it. And this full moon is about purging and releasing. It's releasing emotions, the heart. The Leo energy is heart centered. So it's releasing those things that are like anchored and tethered to your heart, that are keeping your heart closed off to receiving new blessings in abundance. So all I do it, let's get to it. Y'all, I can't own the cut. Now, I done cut these cards so many times, and the two cards that were on the bottom, abundance and spirit guides, period. Oh, let's do it. So first card out says spirit guides. Your guides have heard you and your prayers. Look for specific signs, omens, messages, and dreams from your guides. New guides are coming in. So just like we getting ready to go into Exodus, new spirit guides, new people, new connections. If we're talking like right now in real life, right? New beginnings, new opportunities that are coming in, new people being divinely guided onto your path to help you grow. Veteran guides are helping you grow and develop your ability to hear them. You are safe. You have helped through your lessons, losses, and important milestones on your life path. We have abundance. See, telling y'all, you got to purge, you have to release in order to call in this abundance. And child, we is what? Ready to what? Receive it. I receive abundance in its highest forms. It's time to celebrate the arrival of abundance in your life. Good news has arrived. This could be financial blessings, spiritual wealth, higher learning, or mastery with a project you've been working hard to complete. You are about to receive the rewards for your efforts. The fruit of your labors have ripened for the harvest. Come on, harvest. Oh, let's do it. Let's see what else is happening. Let's see what else is going on. So it feels like spirit and them are divided, or like they're aligning abundant opportunities, abundant people, new situations. Well, that was four, but we'll go ahead and take it. Okay, what else? Ooh, we have travel and say no that is coming in as well. This says your guides in spirit have heard your prayers and questions, and they are suggesting for you to say no. Some of y'all, I'm gonna tell you right now, first things first, your spirit NIMS just said everybody is not gonna receive this abundance, and this is putting up boundaries. So some of us, what we've had to release is some people who are not a part of your inheritance. Your path is important, and your well-being matters. Now is not the time to take action. Wait for a better opportunity. Maintain high integrity. So learning how to say no, who to say no to, and for some of us, there may be travel involved with the abundance. Okay, this is an omen that a new adventure, that card came up today, awaits you, and opportunities to travel are coming. Relocation, Genesis 12, 1 through 3. It's time to get out of the house and see new parts of the world, even if it's just to a new part of your town or countryside. Pay attention to timing and plan accordingly. Be smart with your money. Pick the right travel companion and enjoy yourself. What y'all said? Yeah, some of y'all. Okay. So for some of you, the time, like you're getting ready to receive the information, the wisdom that you need to, it's like they just said, pack up. It's time to pack up and start getting ready to receive. And this is the thing, y'all, like everybody is not being called to move to like some far off distant location. You might just be moving apartments. Maybe you've outgrown the place that you're in. Maybe you just want to move to a different city. I feel like there's this energy of going on a new adventure and just doing something different. even if it's something like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just move to a different part of town. Go experience a side of your town that you ain't never been in before. It doesn't have to be, I'm finna go and move across the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe this is about breaking up. For some of you, this is an opportunity for you to break up your routine, break up the monotony. You never know what'll happen if you just switch your routine up a little bit. So somebody might need to just switch up your routine, to take a different route to work. Child, listen, I'm ready to move. Child, look, well, move. What's stopping you? If you like, you pick a place. If you've been getting confirmation, because some of y'all, maybe you've been getting confirmation over and over, and sometimes, just true story, y'all, like, it will change your energy so much just to be in a different environment. Next thing they just said, insofar as abundance, right? Some of you, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, so come on, Target. So this is the thing, y'all. Let's say that you're in a place and you know the place really well, but if you're feeling claustrophobic, and I don't know why they're giving that word, you may feel root bound. That's a better word. Thank y'all. They just said root bound. So maybe you're not, you've grown just like a plant. You've grown as much as you can in a specific spot. And so now it's time to go. It's like a plant that has outgrown its pot. You need to transplant yourself and put yourself in a bigger pot. That may, because that soil may be dry. There maybe you're successful where you are, but you're also capped, like you're stuck. You're uncomfortable, just like the plant would be uncomfortable, because there's no room for expansion. This could be in a job, this could be in a relationship. Some of you have outgrown partnerships, unfortunately, but fortunately, it depends on how you look at it. You can, like, if your person is unmotivated, uninspired to grow, that's like something that y'all gonna have to square some stuff up and talk about, because don't nobody want to stay stuck their whole life, child. You trying to create abundance and they just staying there. Don't do that. Some of y'all, that's a definite, you got to have a talk. Look, this, say no. Mm. I can't stay stuck with you, dog. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I can't stay stuck with you. For some of y'all, that's a conversation. Like, yeah, somebody got some feelings they got to get out their chest, child. I can't make it up. The fact that this is aligning with the Bible, what we just read, somebody got something they need to get off their chest. You better say what you need to say. Let's see what else is coming out in the cards, child. Because somebody, you holding on, and it's unfortunate, but if you stay, you can choose to stay, but I don't feel like the happiness is going to increase. Or somebody got to have a conversation. We got perspective that is coming in next. Okay. Change the meaning of the issue, experiences shaping perspective, reflection for change. So this the thing, it'd be hard to let go of things, even a perspective, a mindset, the way that you look at money, abundance, wealth, prosperity, relationships. Like, I talked about this yesterday. We have more days, we closer to the grave than we are to the cradle for a lot of us. So you're at a point where it's like, okay, some people don't want to let go of their perspective. They don't want to see things a different way. They want to keep holding on to pain and trauma and difficulty and challenges. And I'm gonna just keep it a buckles. Like, I ain't got time for that. I don't. Like, I can't. I know what grief is. I know what depression is. I was there for 10 years, and you go through a lot during that time. But I also know that it's a choice to move out of it and decide to let it go. Because this is the thing, when you're ready to live a different story, when you're tired of replaying that same trauma and pain, and that's like your trigger point, you decide to let it go and you start to experience life differently. Because at some point you can get stuck in that pain loop. So take the time that you need to process it, but at some point you have to say, I've held on to this long enough. Because a lot of times what ends up happening is it changes our perspective and the way that we look at life, the things that we're experiencing. So just kind of like we just got done talking about, you have to go through your grieving process. You have to. There's no, whatever the change is, and some of you, the grieving process, in my opinion, begins before you create the ending. Because it's just like, You are, some of you, let's say, you know that there's a change that has to happen, whether it's a job, whether it's relationship. You already know that there's an ending coming. You start the grieving process, child, long before that even happens, because you already know that it's something that's inevitable that's happening. For some of you, it feels like there's maybe a conversation or something, I don't know, child, somebody don't want to change their perspective, and so it's like you're going to have to choose. It's either you stay and find some type of way to feel fulfilled where you're at and what you're in, or you make a change. So some of us were at that point where you either gonna make the change for yourself, or you gonna have to stay in the situation and deal with it and find a way to deal with it where you are. No one could make that decision for you. That's where them hard, like, you got to be able to make the hard decisions, but ultimately you got to do what's best for you. So for some of y'all, you want new abundance, you want new experiences, you want to travel, you want to do new and exciting things, and you may be at a point, like, some people just don't want to do that. Some people are just content and happy not to grow. Thank you, Lord. And that's some child true story, y'all. This is why you can't save everybody, and everybody don't want abundance. Some people are content to just stay stuck. So if you content, you either gonna be content to stay stuck, or you gonna find a way to grow. That's what they just said. So I don't know what else. We have courage. Uh-oh, we have courage that is coming in next. This is a cheetah. This says mental, moral strength to venture, withstand danger, difficulty, and persevere. Child, look. Come on, give me the strength, the wisdom, and the courage. Okay, so some of you are getting ready to go on this adventure. You finna go find your abundance, child. Period. As well, you should. You should be getting, like, you may be asking, like, that may be something that changed. Maybe your confidence level. This is given. This is not a lion. This is a cheetah. But it's like, maybe you have to find the courage to speak your truth, go after your dreams, something. But I feel like you finna get ready to do it. And we got the say no card here as well. So some of y'all, you gonna say no to someone or something because you're saying yes to you. And ultimately, that's literally what it comes down to. When you choose you saying no to someone or something else, because you choosing you, because it's you are creating a yes for yourself, which means you're creating a no for somebody else. And everybody ain't gonna like that. So you're gonna have to stand firm on what, stand 10 toes down. We have far away that's coming in next. You could move far away, distant places, people, separation, and breakup. Telling y'all, I don't know who has that on the horizon. My ear is on fire. They said what they said. I don't know who has to have that talk. I don't know what you're separating from. It doesn't have to be a relationship, but definitely somebody. Somebody may want to move and somebody may not. Mm-hmm. Somebody want to travel and somebody doesn't. I don't know, child. You better start going on trips by yourself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Child, somebody might have to move for like a more abundant position or job or something, and somebody ain't gonna like it. Look, cast out. I literally just said I wanted to move to North Carolina. Child, look, can't keep accepting a bad situation, force something, a person to leave, the last and final straw. I don't know who need this message, Lord. Oh, because we purging. Because I was like, why is y'all talking about this, child? Anyway, in your power at the bottom of the deck, the star seed and sacred sexuality, the divine masculine. Child, look, you better choose happiness. Let's get some clarity cards and see what else. The baby, who? Somebody finna get. I don't want this to sound bad, but somebody finna get kicked out. Some of y'all might be kicking somebody. Either, look, the community, spiritual support. Either you kicking them out of your spirit names, is they up here, and it feels like, because they trying to bring some abundance in, and telling you right now, everybody cannot have it and everybody ain't gonna get it. What y'all said? some of you, this full moon is causing you to look at abundance differently. I'ma just be honest with y'all. Like, I be around here I told y'all I be around here delusional about abundance. You couldn't already tell me that my dreams have not manifested and the things that I've been praying about have not already happened. Because, baby, come on, prosperity, clarity. Y'all better start speaking those things that are not as if they are. Money matters, abundance, manifestation, improvement in finances, and what? Gratitude. Y'all, telling y'all, I can't wait to get the prosperity clarity deck. I cannot wait to get it. No, if y'all don't know, I do not have all of my oracle cards. I only have 2 of 6 right now, and I can't wait to get the prosperity clarity deck. So for some of you, you're did one I just talking about the way you look at prosperity, and this literally has abundance on it as well. So some of y'all, like, there's new abundance and opportunities, prosperity that's being guided into your life. They literally are like, are you going to accept it? Because something is something you're going to have to say no to in order for this to truly manifest into your life. Message. And for some of y'all, this directly deals with something financial, like improving your finances. Good word. Some of y'all got to just take this leap of faith, child. This is the perfect time. Like, let go of this fear, have courage. Look, move at the bottom of the deck. I'm telling y'all, somebody finna move. Travel, relocate. I can't even. Travel, relocation, ascension, momentum, and growth. Somebody is getting ready to make a move. And no, you may not have all the resources for it, but if that's something that Padre God then told you to do, then it's the next necessary step for your growth and your elevation. I don't know. I can't tell you what to do. Some of y'all might be moving for love, moving for a work opportunity. Look at the difference though, like between this far away card and this move card, and it's kind of like 4 corners. That's what I just heard. It's like, this is dry, there ain't nothing growing, there's nothing happening, it's arid, it's in the desert. And look at how fast this movement is on this card. Telling y'all, you be thinking things ain't gonna, somebody finna have something pick up anyway. Abundance. This move is like you literally going from dry desert, nothing growing, nothing, to abundance. And it's fast. It's something quick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for somebody wants to move and somebody's good where they're at, but somebody is not growing and somebody ain't happy, child. So you're gonna have to figure out. I don't know I can't tell you what to do. Ultimately, somebody might have to somebody gonna have to compromise. Mm, mm-hmm. Child, look, it is. Can't nobody tell you what to do. You just have to do what's necessary for you to go to this next level. And it feels like that's what's the test that's being had, that's called being called in. My goodness. Matthew 5:14, you are the light of the world. You are the light of the world, like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. So first things first, it feels like someone, I don't know, some of y'all, now I don't want this to sound bad. Now look, divine masculine at the bottom of the deck, and then have faith. But for some of y'all, sometimes you can be in an environment. Okay, what they're giving me is, let's say you're going through like a spiritual, like, ascension, or you're leveling up, right? Sometimes when you're in, okay, make it make sense, y'all. Okay. So let's say that you're going through ascension, you're leveling up, but what happens a lot of time, that's a very vulnerable time. It's a time where, just like we talk about going into our wilderness season, it's a time where things are stripped from you, you're very vulnerable, like there, and it's a time when you're attacked a lot. It feels like, this may not be everybody message, but it feels like when you're in that vulnerable time, sometimes it can be more challenging for you to be in the place where you are, because it's about the environment that's surrounding you. They're giving me the example, like they're showing me myself during the time when everything was being stripped. Even though you're comfortable where you are, that environment is not conducive for your growth. And so it's actually hurting more than it's helping. And so some of y'all, it's like that's why you're being called to move and things are being, it's like because you're being stripped down and vulnerable. And it's almost like you're like, we go through that wilderness season where you become weak because you have to become strong in the Lord. And so the environment that you in may not be allowing you to do that. Lord, I hope that made sense. It's almost like there may be a lot of darkness. Maybe you live in a city or in somewhere, and this is not everybody, but if there's a lot of negativity around you or negative energy or something like that, it's like you got to get from around that because you're going to be more susceptible to taking that energy on when you're going through a weakened and vulnerable state. Does that make sense? I hope I said that right. It's almost like, oh, not fighting for your life, but fighting for your light. That's what they were trying to say. It's like you're fighting for your light. Come on, bars. It's like fighting for your light. Okay. Because yeah. So I hope that made sense. That's what they were trying to show me. I hope that made sense. Um, no one puts a lamp no one lights a lamp and puts it under a basket. Instead, a lamp is placed on a stand where it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your good deeds shine out for all to see, so that everyone will praise your heavenly Father. Matthew 5:14. Okay. Um, yeah, so it's some. I hope I explained that to where y'all understand what I mean by it. But it's just like when you becoming, yeah. That I don't know what other way to say it. It's like the fight for your light. It's like a fight for your light because yeah, yeah, because it's harder to fight off negativity and negative energy when you're in a weakened state. And so that environment is going to make your fight that much harder, if that makes sense. Okay, here we go. What else? Yeah, that was y'all made it made sense once y'all put it that way, like the fight for your light. That's good, child. I'm gonna have to use that. Okay, what else? So that's why some of you are being called to move. You may be moving between May the 14th and the 16th. You may be like in the, I don't know, child, 5 months. I don't know. What else? Or to do it. Self-love is the best love. Okay. A daily practice, respect, refill your cup, a spa day, emotional well-being. Yeah, because somebody, child, them emotions gonna get you. I'm just saying. Them emotions gonna get you. Psalms 23 at the bottom of the deck. Some of y'all need a vacation. You need some time away. You need to unplug and recharge, and you need to move yourself away from the negativity and negative energy that may be around you. It's something about refilling your cup. Cast out. Look, say no. Self-love is the best love. Cast out. For some of y'all, I don't know, child. I don't even like this energy. And I think it's getting on my nervous system. Some of y'all gonna be moving away from some folks who just have a lot of negativity. It be hard, child. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of y'all got some toxic people in your energy. And yeah, I'm just saying it because I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. And so they be somebody being used by the enemy. I don't know who this is down here, this cast out card. It's not one of my favorite in the deck, but somebody, yeah, mm-hmm, yeah, somebody had to have learned a hard lesson about, child, mm-mm, mm-mm. Somebody finna get kicked out. They finna get kicked out your energy. So says Spirit Nim. And then you go for some of you, this Leo full moon is teaching you how to love yourself. Period. You like you better love yourself. You better not settle no child. Somebody spirit names got y'all don't get no attitude. We ain't even doing that today. Somebody spirit names got an attitude because you finna I'm telling you, you finna learn how to love yourself. Believe it or not, okay? Believe it or not. Coincidence, I can't make this up. Faith, magic, and synchronicity. Some of y'all, you finna unexpectedly, like the way to move is gonna be shown to you. Maybe that's what's holding something up, like because y'all, that's the thing. You don't be knowing. You don't know how you're gonna move or make something happen. But this the thing. Yeah, I don't feel like you got to worry about it. The way is getting ready to be shown to you. And for some of y'all, this is going to be magical. I'm telling y'all, child, God is doing something. He's finna remove some doubt from somebody. Child, like he finna make somebody believe a believer again. And that's the thing. We be putting off and giving all these excuses about why we can't do something. And that means that you're not believing in God for what he said he's gonna do. So he finna get ready to show somebody. He finna get ready to show you that, like, you ain't got to, when he say to do something, he just needs you to be obedient. And so some of y'all, maybe you've been putting that off, child. Maybe you've been scared. We got the courage card here. And maybe you've been scared to move and relocate or something, because yeah, you're gonna have to leave some things behind. But this Matthew 5 and 14 card is coming up in the center of the spread, and it's just like, child, this is a fight for your light. Okay, you got to follow the light. I don't know, some of y'all, you need this self-care day so you can try get to, you got to fall, somebody got to fall back in love with themselves. So you need to be saying no to somebody. I don't know who you saying yes to, but you need to say no to somebody. Somebody needs some boundaries. And then I know, don't be letting nobody alone. You because somebody gonna want to borrow some money. No, you ain't got it to do. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So what y'all said? So mm-hmm. Yeah, child, that's your test. You got to say no. You got to say no, because you got to transform. 1313 coming up. Transformation, rebirth coming out of the darkness. I'm telling y'all, you can feel it. You can feel the energy in here. It's like somebody needs to, it's some kind, it's like your rebirth is on hold. That's what they just said. It's like the rebirth is on hold, pending a decision, pending a move. 233, the next card to come out says nostalgia, reconciliation, new beginnings. I'm okay. It feels like there's a rebirth that is on hold, but it's pending. It's all because it's a decision that's pending. Abundance on hold because of a decision that's pending. For some of you, you may just be in the process of releasing some of this old baggage, this old energy. You're learning how to say no. You're learning how to put up boundaries, healthy boundaries. And this is not you being mean and anyone. Somebody's like, you're learning how to put up boundaries, how to set limits and say no. You ain't gonna. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Like, and there's nothing wrong with saying no. Some of you may be dealing with 1111 at the bottom of the day. You may be like, somebody's gonna question them. It's like they trying to, some their people are not used to you putting up boundaries. They ain't used to it. They're not used to you saying no to them. But I'm telling you, it's because you're saying yes to you, so you're saying no to someone else. And somebody, this could be multiple people. I don't know, take how it resonates, but somebody's not used to you putting you first, and it's like they don't know what to do, child. They look like they feel like they a little discombobulated about it. So Liz, because they just like, wait, you said what? Look, tower, you created a tower moment for somebody because you said no. Life-changing events, orchestrated chaos, breaking ancestral karma. This could be, this is like double towers. So you could have been like, you maybe said no and then you said no again, and somebody's really tripping because like you told them no. They can't believe it. I told y'all, somebody said this ain't everybody message, but some of y'all, you didn't show somebody that you're not the one to play with, period. Like, I don't know, you didn't created a tower moment for somebody and they didn't believe it, but they believe it now. Because you stood up for yourself. That's it. That's it. You loved you more than you loved somebody else, and they can't believe it because they thought that they could always just like do what they wanted to do. Look, 66, right path. Stay in alignment. You're going in the right direction, walking in your purpose. Just saying. Yep. And some of y'all finna move for purpose. You finna move because that's what God is calling you to do. You're finna move because you're ready to focus on your happiness. You're gonna move because you're being called to create abundance in your life. So some of y'all, you could be very, very tapped in, very aware, listening to spirit and them telling you that it's time to make a change. For some of y'all, I'm gonna just be honest. When God tells us to move, that's when tower events start happening. When we start like, if we don't start listening. So some of y'all, I just talked with someone not long ago that had this, or this was recently. It's like tower after tower after tower. So first thing, when all these things start happening, your luck starts changing, your money getting funny, like things just start happening. It's like there's no end. You have to start looking at your surroundings and saying, like, what's going on? What's happening? Yes, the Lord will allow us to be tested, but at some point there we have to also reevaluate, because that's what they're saying. Like, child, you got to reevaluate to see what is actually around you, what needs to be cast out, released, or let go of, that could be creating this chaos that you're experiencing, y'all. And this full moon is causing you to look at that and say, how am I, what am I unwilling to let go of that may not be good for me, and that could be creating these tower moments for me in my life. And a lot of times, like, this is, this is no judgment, this is me, okay? This is like, listen, you can hold on to relationships past their expiration date, somebody unhealthy, they toxic, and then as soon as you let go of a person, all of a sudden you see all, like, your money start improving, your energy's better, you're happy again, because you be done took on message, you be done took on somebody else's demons and their energy, and you don't even know it. Somebody up here leeching off of your energy, stealing your abundance, which could be your happiness, your health, your productivity, all of that. Then you up here having to fight spiritual warfare. So we have to always look and see, like, do a self-check with this self-love, self-care. Some of y'all, maybe you're not aware of this, or I don't know, maybe this is the first time you're hearing it, but make sure you tapping in with self. If all of a sudden people start coming around and you experiencing bad luck, baby, that's because they got something going on with them. Don't be letting that energy come over here and affect your abundance, especially if everything been going good. I'm just saying, okay? You are welcome, dearest one. You are more than welcome. So just keep that in mind, y'all. Like, people real deal be going through stuff and dealing with energies. And a lot of times, if people are not aware, you be going through something and you don't even know why you experiencing stuff, and you ain't really got no reason to have it going on. Sometimes it's the company you're keeping, the proximity of people. It's about perspective and seeing things differently, y'all. So somebody needed that message, and it'd be hard sometimes because it can be family, it can be your children, your spouse, even. The enemy don't care who he uses. If somebody is experiencing chaos, you can take on that energy unbeknownst to you. So just be careful of that. If you just like, what is going on? And yes, we experience different things as we're getting ready to elevate and grow, but this is different. And you're gonna sense in your spirituals, you're tapped in, you're aware, you listening to spirit, you understand, like, the difference between something that the enemy is purposely trying to do to keep you held back, and the difference between, why is this happening, like, this don't even make sense. There's a difference, and some of you, like, you're aware enough to know what it is, okay? Mm-hmm. Next, of course, somebody's getting ready to elevate and move into a new season. And so there's some travel and relocation on the horizon. So you just got to take the step. And it's hard. It's hard because, yes, it's going to require sacrifice. It's going to require you to move away from some people, places, and things. But I don't know. I see abundance on the other side of it. So it's up to you. You can stay where you are and make it work. And then, but this the thing. Y'all know, spirit and them, they don't cut no corners. They like, if you're going to stay where you're at, then you can't, then stop complaining about it. That's the way that they had to do me. They were like, if you gonna stay where you at, then stop complaining about it. Stop praying for a change if you're not willing to make one. That's what they just said. So it's almost like a test, right? It's like you could have something different, but it's gonna require change. It's not gonna come with the same things that we're already doing. It's gonna require change. So you just gotta be willing to make the change. I don't know, child. What else? So that's what we doing. We releasing, we purging so we can make room for what? Abundance. Because there's so much abundance on the horizon and they ready to bring it in. So, oh, let's do it. Okay. We ready for abundance. Final words of guidance. Cause baby, we got abundance coming in and we finna receive it. I feel like, so look, the kerosene. Yep. And child, look, somebody finna blow up. Spectacular. They just said, what else? Here we go. We have the biker solo dolo, okay? Lone wolf. Nonconformist, breaking the rules, enjoy the ride. Child, listen, period. Swift action. This is given Knight of Swords. Loves freedom, moving on, need for speed. Tell me y'all, some of y'all might make like a quick decision, a quick exit, like I'm out. Emotions, the look, the scuba diver going within. So do some evaluation tonight, okay? Pisces energy, like listen to yourself and really just be honest with yourself. This is about purging, y'all. This full moon is about purging and releasing things that are attached to the heart, okay? Things that are attached to the heart, things that are keeping your heart from being receptive, from keeping you from really knowing. Some of us it's love. Let me say that because they're bringing this up. And so they said, let's say you're praying for love, right? You want a new person to come in. But if you still reminiscing and thinking about how an old person did you, then that means you haven't done the healing yet that's required for you to be ready and accepting of new love to come into your life, because you want to be the energy you want, right? So that means that you want to be healthy, healed. You don't want to be still experiencing like the feelings and emotions that you were experiencing when you were with someone. Because somebody and now they come in and they feeling still about their ex, and my ex did this. You gonna start to feel some type of way, because the first thing we go, and don't act like we hadn't done this, man. You must not be over your ex yet, because that's all you talk about. That okay? So just if that's you, then be accountable. Take accountability and ownership. Like heal it, face it, and say, man, because some of y'all, it feels like, I don't know, maybe you haven't faced the fact that somebody really did hurt you. I don't know. Could be a Libra, a Pisces, doesn't have to be. July the 4th could be a significant day as well. Like, you just got to face it and be like, man, it hurt. And even if you never talk to that person again, child, you bet today is the day. You better write you a forgiveness letter and burn it safely. Okay. I am not Fire Marshal Bill, but do a forgiveness letter. Let them emotions out, child, and release it and let it go so you can get ready to receive this new love. Y'all know Padre God out here putting together kingdom spouses and partnerships and relationships. You better get ready to receive. Look at crying over spilled milk. Y'all better let these folks go. Child, let my people go. Let this oldness go. Whatever this is, let this go. Okay. Regret, accidents happen. Don't sweat the small stuff. Mistakes, child, leave that in the past. I'm not even gonna read all of that on there. Just saying, somebody, that's the thing. You just got to let it go. Somebody might still be holding on to anger, emotions because of something that somebody did. And you just have to face it and be honest with yourself about it. This the thing. You can't change it. It's a done deal. Thank you for sharing the live, honey. What else? Baby, period. Look, the sand, the ostrich trap, avoidance, closed-mindedness. Child, face the reality. Let that go. Some of y'all were dealing with a Libra or a Pisces. This could be you. Take how it resonates, but somebody feels like you've been avoiding or running from a problem or a situation, some kind of emotions you got to deal with. And we focused on releasing so we can receive. The whole thing is, if you don't let go, you can't receive. So we gotta face it, y'all. We gotta face it. What else? Here we go. Worry, okay, whatever you're worried about, fear, anxiety, calming, soothing, bored, passing the time. Yeah. What else? And chess, okay, somebody played you, okay, and maybe that's something that you're worried about someone else doing. I don't know, someone could have cheated or used you as a pawn or something like that. Baby, this the thing, we see the flags. We see the flags. Okay, had to release a Libra. Child, look, we see the flags. We ain't no fools. We are not no El Fulios. We see the flags. You notice, and especially if you a woman, men too. Child, we see when somebody start acting different. They treat you different. They not holding you the same. Their routine is changing, y'all. Some of us, it's not your first rodeo. So it's like you just can't choose to ignore the signs, okay? Period. We just choose to avoid them because why? It hurts. because then you have to admit that if you confront this person, they either gonna lie or they gonna tell the truth. You can keep it, you can not say anything, but then that means you hurting yourself because you know something's not right. You're not trusting yourself. So this is where we start making these big people decisions like, no, I'm not gonna keep my wood head in the sand. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, you got to be real and be honest. I don't know who message that is. I have been there, done that. I have ignored flags. I have cheated and I have been cheated on. So it's not no, you know what I'm saying? But it's at some point you get tired of playing that game, okay, and you stand up for yourself. What else? I'm the map. I'm the map. Okay. Exploration. Find your way. Locate. Destination unknown. Tell me how somebody finna move. Now we're moving on in the message. This is a good way y'all doing this. Child, we ain't did this way, but they is doing a new thing. I received this too. We done moved on. So y'all said read it this way. Yeah, they said we done with that. We didn't move. Okay, y'all can just end the message like that. Okay. So some of y'all, you're worried about moving. This is about developing a strategy, a plan. It's time to pick a place where you want to go. Read the signs, figure it out. Like you're receiving directions, you just gonna have to follow them. And they said one step at a time. This is about your master plan. I wasn't even planning on doing no more message like this, but baby, we here for it. You have the eclipse. Union of opposites, conceal, transform, overshadow. Something's being, yeah. One thing is being revealed so another thing can come to life. I'm telling y'all, and this is revelation as well. Some of these worries, somebody's worries are getting ready to, they just said dissipate, and we don't even use that word. Whose spirit names is this? Dissipate. Some is finna be revealed, and y'all know this is the moon for it. So somebody might be finding out something, child. So just be prepared. Child, be prepared because there's revelation that's happening and you got to trust what you're getting even if you don't like the answer. Tiptoeing, balance, okay, the ballet shoes, endurance, repetition, effort required, on your toes, laser focus, period. This is the pursuit of your creative ideas. Some of y'all, you about to get laser focused on the strategy that God is giving you to implement. We have the microphone, speaking up, speaking your truth, news, trending. I've been getting something about this for somebody. I don't know whose message this is, but you may be trending, increase in popularity. You may be a public speaker on social media, speaking up. Like some of y'all, you speaking up your emotions. You're not gonna be played with. For others of you, this is about you. You may be telling somebody like, look, I can't pretend anymore. I got to communicate my truth. It's time to go. Whatever that meant. That's it. I'm done. That's the last card. So says Padre God, the universe. Okay. That was it. Source, infinite, unending, enduring, because you got God on your side. Period. All that is creative. That's it. That's it. And God is getting ready to wipe somebody tears away. I just heard when I looked at this spilled milk, they literally were like, child, we is finna wipe something is finna be like it never happened. What y'all said? Yeah, something is finna be like it never happened. I know. I don't know. Look, they said this could be the last. How long? It's you finna look back and within like 6 months, it's gonna be like the last 6 months of your life never happened because somebody's getting ready to receive elevation and expansion. Look, the hot air balloons at the bottom of the deck, things are changing, but it's decision time. The crossroads at the bottom of the deck. Some of y'all, this is definitely in work, but you're gonna have to make a decision soon. So do the necessary contemplation. Take some time today. I don't think we spend enough time really thinking about and focusing on and looking at the direction we want to move in, but today is the day. Sit down, y'all. Like, it's so important to really sit down. Yes, we can do a lot of fly by the seat of your pants, but at some point you have to, if you point yourself in a, that's what they, thank you Lord, if you point yourself in a general direction, because some of you, they just say it feels like you're floundering and you're like, I don't have an idea, I don't have a clue what to do. You gonna have to sit down and spend some time with yourself and say, I just have no idea what I want to do, and pick one thing, pick one thing and say, you know what? I'ma just do this. And I don't care if you do it for 30 days. See how you like it. Write down 3 things today, 3 intentions that you want to set so you can point yourself in a direction. Because the way for you to begin to get clarity and to understand where you how to navigate and what direction you want to move in is to pick one. You just got to pick, you got to pick something because no one else can make this decision for you. And your spirit NIMS, I'm gonna tell you right now, Padre God will tell your spirit NIMS to be quiet. 1818 on the timer. Moon energy. Okay. I'm telling you right now, your spirit NIMS and Padre God will go radio silence because some of you, your test is you have got to learn how to trust yourself. Sometimes God ain't gonna tell you what to do because he needs you to be able to trust yourself. And if he gives you a direction, just follow it and trust that he's gonna give you the next one when it's time. That was one of the channel messages today. Like you just got to pick a direction because they don't know what to bring in. Like God, that like your angels, they want to give you what you want, but if you don't have any idea like what direction you're going in, and you're just kind of, they don't know what to do. Like God is gonna provide you something. You want that? Okay, like he gonna be like, okay. He's not gonna say no. He gonna give you what you asked for, but then you gonna find out like, man, this doesn't make me happy. But it's like, it's because you got to get focused. And once you're laser, this is why this is intentional. Come on, Lord, this is intentional, y'all. Look at the scales, Libra energy at the bottom of the deck. This is karma message. I'm telling y'all, like, truth, the truth is the truth.com. God is gonna give you what you ask for. He's gonna, you, even if you, he gonna give it because he don't say no a whole lot. He ain't gonna give you nothing that's detrimental, but you got to decide what you want him to give you first, like what you asking for. So sit down, y'all. I cannot stress I don't care how crazy it sounds. I don't care if you say that you want to own Starbucks. I don't know. I'm just making something up because I just want to give an example. If that is in alignment, most of us in here are old enough to know what we're good at, something that you're good at. Okay. I'm going to use tarot as an example. I knew I was good at tarot. Did I know that me starting reading tarot 4 years ago was going to lead to me doing Bible study? Absolutely not. No, you could not have told me, but I picked one thing and I said, this is going to be the thing that I work on. This is it. And because God spoke it into my spirituals. He was like, this is it. Did I know what that was going to turn into? No, you're not going to know. You just pick that one thing that calls to your spirituals and just do that thing. And then the next step is going to come. And then the next leg is going to come. And then you're going to just build upon what you're doing. Thank you, dearest one. So I don't know who needs that, but this is how I've learned how to be intentional. You don't have to do 50 lemon things. Thank you, honey, Wani. You don't have to do 50 lemon things. Pick one thing that you enjoy doing. Just one. All you got to do is pick one thing. If you like to make candles, then make candles. If you like to make jewelry, then make jewelry. If you like to make head wraps, then make head wraps. I don't care. Just pick something. And that's another thing. One thing, when I tell y'all that one thing is going to lead to another, it's like stepping stones. So 1 minute it's going to be this, and then God is going to give you something else. Thank you, dearest one. And then he going to give you something else. Y'all know Beauty, Fashion, and Faith was born from reading tarot cards, y'all. Tarot cards. A Word in the Wilderness was born from reading tarot cards. This morning's message, the after party. And this the other thing, don't think it's always going to stay the same, because some of y'all been with me long enough to know that I started off just doing affirmations. Then I went live, and now I'm doing Bible study. Whatever you're doing, it's going to grow and evolve as you do. It wasn't meant to stay the same. Every time, like, you're going to continue to grow and expand, your gifts are going to continue to grow and expand, and that's the way God has it set up. So don't think that it's only, oh, I'm only just going to ever read tarot or make candles. No, it's going to evolve as you do. As you evolve in the Lord, as you grow and he elevates you and he expands you, what you're doing is going to grow. But you got to pick one thing and be consistent, y'all. Like that's the one of the hardest lessons that God had to teach me. We'll give up on something. And that's the thing. God is like, this is the thing I'm going to bless. But because we get tired, sometimes it feels repetitive. Sometimes you feel like you're giving, and I feel like this, you're giving the same messages, you're saying the same thing, because this the thing, it depends on who's listening. Some people may not need this message, but some people do. So it just, sometimes you're going to feel like you're just spinning your wheels, but that thing is going to be blessed if that's the thing that God has told you to do. You got to show up and be consistent. I am telling you what I know. You got to do it. Even when you don't feel like doing it. Even when you're tired. I kid y'all not. The enemy be trying me, y'all. Because some days I'll be like, man, I'm not going. Because it's like he be trying to, no, just rush, 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 rush. Don't worry about, just rush. You don't have to read cards today. You already did messages today. But the Lord has spoken into my spirituals and said, when you get done doing this Bible study, I need you to give this message. And the enemy will try to come in and be like, you don't need to read any more cards today. You don't need to give a message. But a lot of times the message comes when I'm like the way that we solidify what we read in the word is the messages that I'm getting as I'm going through and reading the cards. And so that's why I be like, yeah, we gonna get a message, we gonna get one, but God will tell me if I don't need to give one. But more often than not, he would rather I do the messages here. Thank you, dearest one, to give them to do the videos that I'm doing, because this is more important, because the messages correspond with the word, if that makes sense. So somebody needed to know that it's like you just got to keep up and keep doing. And I know it feels like it's like it's not getting anywhere, but the worker, he's gonna bless the work of your hands, and you'll know when it's something that is just not for you. I've gone through so many different things that it was just like this ain't it, it's not working. No. And you'll know to let that go, because he's going to tell you that's not it. So I don't know, child. I hope that made sense for somebody. It's the one thing for some of you, it's the thing that no matter how hard you try, you can't seem to get, like you always go back to it. No matter what I did, no matter what what adventures I went on, because I went on a couple, and as entrepreneurs, you're going to go on a couple of journeys. Thank you, honey, one, thank y'all for the gifts. You're going to go on some journeys, y'all. Like, you're not just going to, like, it's very seldom. I don't think anybody, even who's already like extremely successful, they didn't just start off and be like, this the thing, and that was the it thing. It developed into what made them successful. And it's the same way for us. And so you're going to go on some adventures. Y'all know I done been on some adventures. I got a whole insurance license. I done sold multivitamins. Y'all, you going to go on some adventures. Just know that. Okay. Look, you're going to be in this little labyrinth sometimes. You're going to go through this maze, but eventually you get through this maze because you find your way. But you're going to have to navigate through it. You're going to take some twists and some turns. But this is the day to sit down and say, okay, I'm tired of going through this maze. I need to focus. I need some clear direction. Sit down, start writing, ask the Lord, just sit, turn everything off and just sit and be like, okay, God, I need some assistance. I need help. And that's why he told me in the channel messages, if you don't get it today, keep showing up, keep talking, keep sitting. He's going to show you. And if he's already shown you, then you just got to do what he told you to do. That's it. That's all y'all got. I think that's it, y'all. So I don't know. Today, like any full moon, any new moon is the day. Whether you believe in moon cycles or whether you don't, but it's new energy. It's out with the old and with the new. Pray for it, release it. Let go. Decide today you're releasing confusion. To decide today that nope, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Sit down and tell yourself that every day before you go to bed, every morning when you woke up. Tell yourself that you have clarity. Tell yourself that you know exactly what you're going to work on, and watch yourself you're going to start to have clarity. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you are constantly telling yourself, I don't know, and I don't this, and I don't have, guess what you're going to get? More of that, because you're sending confusion to the universe, to the atmosphere, to Padre God, to your spirit NIMS. I don't know who you subscribe to, but thoughts are things and thoughts are energy. So what you put out is what you're going to get back. Think happy thoughts. Even if you don't, you couldn't, I don't know how I'm going to own Fairfield by Marriott Inns and Suites. I don't know, but I'ma own it. I don't care how crazy it sounds. If that's your dream, then dream it. Like, that's just it. Start telling speak those things that are not as if they are. We have to reprogram our minds, y'all, because the enemy is the author of confusion. If he can keep us confused, then we'll never come out. Come on, Lord. Look, on the cut. Thank you, Lord. I can't make it up. On the cut. If he can keep us confused, we'll never come out of the rat race. This is the rat race, and God wants us to be confused, or he doesn't want us to be confused. So yeah, it's going to require some sacrifice. Answer the call. He's telling you what to do. He's going to show up, and he just like that. Just like that. I wouldn't, you don't, sometimes, come on, Lord, you don't be expecting him. You don't even expect him to show up, but then he'll show up just like that to prove a point. He'll show up when you call him. He's going to answer. He may not call, he may not come when you call, but he's always on time. And so he will do that. He does that. That's just the way he works, y'all. I can't make it up. I just be like, I be as surprised as y'all, like, oh, hey, daddy, you know, I'm telling y'all, that's just the way it works. But when you expect him to, if you spend time with him and you expect him to show up, you expect him to talk to you, you don't get mad when you don't hear from him. Thank you, honey bunny. You don't get mad when he don't give you an answer right then, because then you know that if he's not answering you right then he's already working on something, or he's already given you the answer, and he's just waiting on you to do what he already told you to do. And once you do that, then he gonna show up and he gonna tell you the next thing. And that's just the way, in my experience, I am not the end all be all authority on the Lord, but one thing for certain, two things for sure, this is how he has been showing up and working in my life. Okay, so just go talk to him, sit and say, okay, daddy, I need some direction, I need guidance, I need clarity, and he is going to provide that. Okay, so, and that's it. I think, for real, this so, Lord, I hope this helps somebody. Thank y'all so much for the gifts. Thank y'all for tapping in. This was a very different full moon reading for me, y'all. Normally I'm like sign by sign, but God is like, look, come on, Wheel of Fortune. He's like, no, we're doing a new thing. And so even for me, like before this reading, I was like, daddy, you know, I'm used to doing a sign by sign. He was like, no, you just gonna go give the words that I'm telling you to give, speak what I'm telling you to speak, because he's doing something new. So not just for me, for all of us. Okay, so just follow. This is a change in your fortunes and your destiny, and you can make that happen today. Okay, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. That's it, y'all. That's it. That's all I got. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. Y'all hydrate your soul and things, drink your water, say your gratitude, have a fantastic and amazing evening in purpose and on purpose. Y'all, I can't really tell y'all all of this, but I'm just telling y'all, I'm finna have some nachos and they're finna be so good. And what's crazy is they pretty much finna be, I kid y'all not, this little experience I've been on these last year or so, I'm almost like I don't eat very much meat anymore. OMG. Like, I don't eat very much meat anymore. And so I was like so excited because I went and I found this little salad thing, and it's like 10 days before it expires. So they marked it down. Y'all, I be so excited to eat vegetables till it's crazy. So I'm finna go eat me some nachos and it ain't even got hardly no meat on it. Nothing but some tuna. Don't be judging me. Just telling y'all, you be making some things happen when you be in a different, like when your life, you telling y'all, but y'all just wait. Y'all gonna find out one of these days. So anyway, I'm gonna go eat my nachos and have a fantastic and amazing evening in purpose and on purpose. Hey, honey, one, and this is what you guys doing. So, y'all, go be great and amazing. Team Leo, I hope this was helpful. Y'all make sure, come on, this is my obedience card. Look at Padre God showing up with the unconditional love. Love you. Y'all, That's it. Go be great and amazing. Please set some intentions. Please, please, please write some things down. Even if you don't know what to do, just write something and say, God, just give me some guidance. And he will do that. Leo gang, we in this thing. Boys, we in this thing. Look, Leo energy coming through. Spotlight. Come on, curtain call. Side note, somebody got an audition coming up. And I don't know what you do, but somebody got an audition coming up because that energy been coming up in the readings anyway. Team Leo, or let's do it. Okay. I love y'all in real life. Don't be no hater. Miss Unique B Nim, don't be no hater. Why she had come over here being a hater? A hater. Cause it's Team Leo. Today is Leo Day. Anyway, that's it, y'all. I love y'all in real life. Bye, y'all.